Hey, did you know that the Liberty offensive playbook inside of EA College Football 25 is one of the most innovative offenses around? Because you've got the option portion of the game that makes it super easy to run the option, unlike running it in the flexbone, as well as some explosive passing attacks that will keep your opponent on its heels. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to dive into the Liberty playbook. I'm going to show you some plays that I like, and then we're going to show some game film of how you can utilize these plays online to really dominate your opponent. So let's get into it. And when you look at their depth chart, you can see that the quarterback is really fast at 87, one of the fastest quarterbacks in the game that is not a top 25 team. You have really fast running backs. So when you go into the two back, which is all this offensive is, it is amazing. You have some threats there. And then when you get into the depth chart, you're going to have to do a little bit of finagling, but they have speed. And what I like to do is I really honestly like to put my fast guys in at the slot because it is just a way for you to get the ball to your fast guys when they're in the slot. It's a lot easier than it is when they're on the outside. And then also you can just substitute within the formation if you want to put a guy outside that's really fast and just bomb defenses when you think you can. And they've got a decent tight end, which can allow you to run the speed options, the sweeps, the inside zones with the blocking, but then also allows you to get the ball to him on the edge and he can outrun a couple of people. And then when you look in the playbook, what I really enjoy and what I love using is all of the two back sets. You got split tight, you've got split twins. You can put 83 here and do the coaching adjustments and have dual running back so that if you want to get this guy out in the flat, the other running back, you have options. The Texas route is one of my favorite ones to run out of this playbook. The split pro is really good as well. You got the slot split, which allows you again to have two running backs on the field. They've got the wide stack, which if you've seen any of my veer and shoot offensive videos, which you can, there'll be a card that pops up somewhere. You know how this wrecks defenses based on alignment. And you've got the trip offset, which is just unbelievable if you want to go four verts and stuff like that. So what I like to come out is I like to just come out starting the game just the split tight and then either going triple option right or triple option left. And you can do this against any defense. And really you just want to, if you see this, you just switch it up. You switch up the defense and you just want to get the guy on the edge and just let him just run. And then you've got speed, which is what you want to do. Most people in this game do not know how to defend the triple option. So if he crashes, then this guy right here is super fast. Then also what you want to do when you're running this is you want to put conservative still allows you to do the spin moves and everything, and you will not fumble the ball that much. But with conservative, you can still spin like that, which gives you some wiggle when you break out. But also you're not fearful for if someone just sneezes on your quarterback and then he fumbles the ball because he's a big fat baby. Another play that I like is out of the split slot, the triple option left, and we're just going to go against a random defense. What I like about this play is you're keeping the defense on its heels and they don't know which direction you were going. So if you wanted to, I mean, you can come out here and be like, you know what? I don't like to run this play. I'm going to switch it by motion him over and then just flipping the play. So you've already moved him over there and now you can just go to the other side and then just get to the edge. Again, I'm playing in Florida, and this is practice mode, which as we all know, the AI is incredible. But you'll see when we play the game, defenses, your opponent doesn't know what you're going to do, which is something great. Now, here's the thing with this offense. You're not going to be able to go five wide and sling it around like you see on everybody else's video. This is a run-first offense, and then you base what you are going to call passing-wise on what the user or the defense is doing. And I know what you're thinking, Ron, that is amazing, but how does it actually perform in a game? Well, let me show you some game footage of me running this and then walk you through what I'm thinking while I play the game. Okay, so I'm in the middle of this screen because I wanted to give a shout out to all my defensive coordinators during 7-on-7 who loved, instead of calling plays from the sideline like a game, being right smack dead in the middle of the field as a 13th, 14th, 15th defender. So that's why I'm here. And this is the first play of the game. And what I like to do during the first play of the game is always come out in two back and always run the triple option. And the reason why I do that is because I want to know who is he using. And most of the time it's either going to be a linebacker like so, the safety, safety if he's really good, or one of these people off the edge, which is fine because, again, I want to know who he is, because sometimes they're going to be this guy over and over again, and I won't be able to option off of him. I need to run in his direction. So that's just a game plan tip. But right here, I'm running option, reading this man, pitching off of him. When they're this close together in option terminology, you're going to have to think, okay, I may have to pitch it hot if he crashes and he comes in. So just keep that in mind when you see the read and the pitch this close together. And on this play, he's going to be the end stays. So I just hand the ball off and get what I can. Did anybody else notice number 53? Look at this. This could have gone for a huge gain. All he had to do was just seal this guy right here. But EA's logic in this game, running, blocking, passing, is freaking absurd. Because look at 53. He just stares. Who is he blocking? Nobody. That could have gone for a bigger gain, but you know, it's EA. So I noticed on that play, this is the very next play, that the user, so if you go back, this is the first play real quick, I noticed that he was usering the linebacker to the left. So I was banking on the fact that he was going to be the same linebacker and he was going to come out in the same defense, and I have the numbers. If we draw a line right here, look at all of the defenders he has to the right of that line. He doesn't count, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got everybody else 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the numbers advantage is to this side of the field. That is why I ran power. So we are going to be him and him come, and then we're adding another running back. So we have the numbers, and if EA blocks it up right, we should have a big game. And that's what happened right here. We get the blocking, and then Liberty, I'm telling you guys, Liberty has the offensive weapons that can compete with the higher levels. They just don't have a defense. This little series right here, I want to show you that you can run this play. I run it multiple times throughout this drive, and you have answers for whatever the defense is doing. And this is also why it's very important to get good at the zone read. So I'm reading him, and then if he bites, then I'm reading him. Does he take the bubble? Then I'll run it. Does he sit here? Then I'll throw it. If I see, and a couple of times, you're going to see this man just freezes or kind of folds into the box. I'm trying my vision. I'm looking at these two. I'm really looking at this man first to see if he flies out there. And then if he does, then I go to the read right here. But I really want to key this guy because the RPOs are so nasty in this game. You see, he just runs out there. So I test his user. You got to test users every once in a while. He wants to go for the big hit. I make him miss. We come back and we go hurry up again, because I want to see what he does. We flip it to the other side, and I'm still keeping my eye. Now I'm thinking, okay, he's going to do something. And then the quarterback gets a pull read, and now he's running. And here's the key thing. And shout out to chat who told me this on Monday. If you ever find that when you're trying to press X and the quarterback dives, well, you need to take your finger may be on the turbo button right here. If you take that off and then hit X or just tap it lightly, he will slide 100% of the time. Just a little FYI in case you see your quarterback doing a leaping for 1 yard, gets knocked, does a helicopter, and then fumbles the ball. Also, set it to conservative ball carrying. So we're running the same exact play again to the other side. I like to put my trips to the field for the most part. We're still reading the same guy. Nothing has changed. My field of vision is this way because normally in this play, these are the two guys that you're going to read. So what is he doing? Does he fly out there when you're staring this way? Well, then just key him. Does he come in? We'll just go ahead and throw it. If you're confused, just go this to that. And right here, the defensive end crashes again. He just freezes. So I really like this quarterback, has like a 90 speed, so I'm going to utilize that. This one right here, we're still going hurry up. I want to go ahead and put him in stack because I wanted to see what he did. For some reason, and don't hate on me about this, but this guy shifted everybody to the right. I mean, if we draw a line right here, we only have to block 2 with 3. That is fine. He may be trying some overload blitz, I don't know, but he may also be scared of the quarterback keep if it's a zone read. And if you think that you just want to go ahead and hand it off, have a play in your audibles that is just a handoff, no read required. So I'm just going to hand it off and get what I can. I don't have any wiggles or anything. That should have been a touchdown, but whatever. Now I come back out here again. And again, chat taught me something this past on one of my streams, is their press. This is all go. So what's going to happen is he's running a vert, and then he turns it into a slant and then a vertical. And if you can hit him on this slant right here, you're golden. Also, another thing that I did was I put him on a flat because I wanted to influence this linebacker linebacker to see what would happen. If you're ever going to throw out of the wide like this in the veer and shoot, utilize your back. Either put them on a flat or put them on a Texas route. The choice is yours. But on this one, you see the slant wide open right there. If you go back, you can see that back out influenced these two guys, which opened up this grass area right here just to fire it in. That's exactly what I did there for a touchdown. 4th and 12, you got to risk it for the biscuit. When in doubt, tap into your inner Mike Leach and go for verticals. And what I like to do on 4 verticals is I like to put this man into the flat. And how I read 4 verticals, regardless of what formation or anything like that, is 1, 2, back, and then hash numbers. Really simple. So I'll call it, and I see everybody is dropping back. Could I have fired it right here in this area? Sure. Didn't want to risk it. I see that he is dropping back and he is going into the flat, and I'm just trusting that my stick skill is a little bit better than his, and he's going to try to bait me. He's going to come up here and then come back. But with the motion or whatever the code is for EA, when he tries to come back, it takes him around, and I'm able to put my foot in the ground and just get north and south. A la the air raid philosophy. So I throw it to him, get a nice little catch animation, and then just get up the field as fast as possible. That is the air raid philosophy, and you're using it in a video game. When I'm in the green zone, and remember the green zone is from the 20 to the 5, positive yardage right there. I like to utilize the tight end leak or the tight end RPO type thing, but if he's on this side, I like to motion over so he gets out there faster, and it helps me. Now, here's the read, here's the pass. I don't like this because sometimes I can't see the passing icon all the way out there. So I've decided I am just gonna read this guy and play the game off of him, and then if I get a pull, I'm just gonna run the ball. And that's what happens here. I get a pull read, I start to run, I get what I can, and when it's on conservative, I cannot stress this enough. I have not fumbled since I put it on conservative. You can still spin, and you can utilize your quarterback in the run game. Very next play, what I want to do is try some kind of pass. I want it to look the same as I did the previous play, so that's why he was here, and I'm motioning him across, and I am just hoping this right here scares the bejesus, whatever word that is, out of, out of these guys and opens up a window right here. And that's exactly what happens. It freezes them. You see his user is starting to run out here because he thinks it's going to be tight into the flat, and then there is some grass area right there. So I'm gonna try to put it right here. And then as for my passing settings, shout out to Civil. I have gone to revamped 2020 no pass lead, and I have been throwing dimes since I've changed to that controller configuration or whatever. And that's what happens here. I see that it's going to be in that area. I just drop a dime. I don't know how I caught it, but I caught it because of the passing. Now, yes, I know that this play is a little glitchy. I really don't care. It's in the game. I'm not abusing it. If you're going to come at me in the comments, please let me know that, hey, I'm coming at you, Coach McKie, and I have never run a glitchy play before in my life, and I will just tip my hat to you and say, congratulations, enjoy your game. But right here, I like the tight end flat, and I'm going to motion him across to see what happens, and then here's the stack. When I'm confused by this, though, is I just go to the read. Does he crash? Yeah. Pull it and run. Does he just sit there, hand the ball off? If I see, just out of my corner of my vision, that something is happening with this guy and I think I can pop it off, I will, but 9 times out of 10, I'm not. Motion him across right here. I read the end. The end just freezes, so I decide I'm going to run. He was the end. I love going up against defensive end users because they don't know what they're doing. This is a really nice variation of shallow cross, and if you run it in any other playbook, try this on for size because it is unbelievable. So who am I reading? I'm reading this man. You always read the guy that's head up to slightly inside, whoever is running the dig. What does he do? Does he drop back? Then I look for the drag. Does he take the drag? Then I look for the dig. And then if crap hits the fan, you always got this angle route right here. I'm not saying to run shallow cross like this all the time, but this is a nice change up to whatever it is that you do out of shallow cross. He kind of drops back, goes inside. I just throw a nice, again, revamp. Get what I can, get out of bounds. Don't be difficult. Don't try to make it a highlight or anything like that. Now, here's the crazy thing about this play. And I've been toying with it, and it seems to work 80% of the time. When he goes auto motion, I'm seeing if anybody, these two right here, are they rotating down like this, or is he rotating down and he's rotating up? Or are they staying too high shell, and is he running with them? Now, if they get the user and they both scream in this direction, then I'm just going to hold R or scoot up in the pocket until I can run. So I've turned this kind of into an RPO myself because I don't like any of the quarterback design RPOs because the animation is just trash. But this one seems to work a little bit. And that's what actually happens here. He goes in motion, he chases. I'm like, I'm not throwing that, so I'm just going to run it. And again, this quarterback has a 90 speed or almost 90 speed. It's unbelievable. This play, same formation. I just want to show him same formations, different plays. And when he came out, the mic was right here. Well, I didn't want that. I was running inside zone, so I want to get these guys going this way. And then hopefully he cuts out right here. There is not a read on this other than this guy right here. Does he come in? Then fire it off. Does he stay or float out? Then just hand the ball off and get what you can. Right here, the man just kind of sits. I don't like that because sometimes the animations allow you to pick the ball off. So I was just going to hand it off. I don't have any stick skills, I'm going to be honest, but I still picked up a first down, which is insane. On this play, I was going to run inside zone. I saw that it didn't have the numbers. I was going to audible to a pass, and then I just like, you know what? I'm going to run inside zone again. And I just handed the ball off, and if 63 blocked, that would have been a big game. I'm doing the same thing here. Now, I just motion across just to dick with him a little bit, pardon my French, and I'm reading the end. What does he do? Does he crash? Then I press A and run it with the quarterback. Does he just sit there? Then I just don't press anything and run it with the running back. If I'm confused, hand it to the running back, live to play another game. He crashes down. I think my quarterback is faster. Got his ankles right there for the touchdown. This offense is so good, and this player I was playing was so toxic that I caught an interception. He called timeout after this play right here. I'm just trying to kill the game. Again, the two-back power run is unbelievable, but I swear to God, guys, this has to be the greatest feeling in the world when your opponent is sitting there taunting you because they're using jet sweeps and the wildcat and all of those kind of cheesy plays thinking that they're better, and then this happens. You get the first down, they pause it, they're like, why are you pausing it? So I'm just going to kneel the ball because mama didn't raise a fool. I know that he has no timeouts. I know that once I kneel it, the clock is going to go, and then he does this right here. My God, that is the greatest feeling in this game. And if you want to get this feeling and if you want to learn more about this type of offense, then watch this video right here.